If you have a problem with biting your nails, these top 13 videos are definitely not going to help. Number 13. Something is way wrong with this store, and I want to know if it's fake or a real ghost. Tell me if this wire moves by itself, or if it's simply the way that it's been tangled up. An hour later, these items fall off the shelf, but they are stacked kind of weird and could have been slid off. Then, a full 10 hours later, 3 more items drop down, and a 4th falls from the back of the pile to the floor. Sure, they are round, but are they round enough to roll off the shelf with no one nearby? Seems unlikely. Maybe the shelves are unlevel, or maybe whoever stocked them is just piling them on top of each other to fall off later, or maybe it's a real ghost after all. Number 12. The local school gym is often where people are sheltered whenever bad weather strikes, but what is everyone supposed to do when this happens? The power goes out, then light pours in from above as the roof is ripped from its rafters, and the gym takes a direct tornado hit. The majority of these heavy lights and speakers are ripped away like they don't weigh a thing, so I can only imagine what would have happened to an actual person if any were trapped inside. And to think, all of this damage occurred in exactly 20 seconds. Number 11. A bus turns a corner with a 40-mile-per-hour speed limit, so we'll assume that it's going about that speed. At exactly 11 seconds is when this boy decides his scooter is the same as a car. 12 seconds is when the driver notices, and 13 seconds is when the bus actually stops. The entire incident takes exactly 3 seconds. That's about as close as it gets. Literally 1 second would have made all the difference. If it looks like the parent is moving slow, it's because at 15 seconds you can see she is carrying something with her. I'm not trying to be rude, but those papers must have been really important not to throw down immediately to save your kid faster. Number 10. A student needs to leave during the middle of a hailstorm, so without thinking they grab the first thing they can find, which happens to be an aluminum foil pan, and charge out into the elements. Marissa follows behind another student to see what happens next, but they don't even get around the corner before they find themselves in just as much danger. Lightning strikes close enough to shut the power off and make some random people inside scream for their lives. Somehow the bolt of lightning misses the student's metal-covered head, and they are okay. But still, I bet running out of there made it strike much closer to them than it would have otherwise. Moral of the story? I hope everyone has learned to stay safe in their room anytime it's like this outside. Number 9. A man in Bangalore, India rounds a corner only to be blindsided by what? I don't know. The unseen horror shoves him against the wall, and the way he flies backwards is not a fake jump. If you ask me, judging from the way his feet kick well in mid-air. The shadow figure drags him as soon as he hits the floor, and he has no idea how to defend himself. Finally, it looks like he is about to get away, but the shadow appears from behind and teleports down the hall. According to the uploader, no other details are public, but apparently another camera shows he met his demise moments later. I feel like this could be special effects, but if so, how do you explain him flying up backwards into the wall? Number 8. The redwood fisherman catches something that looks like it would make you catch something if you were to touch it. He describes this strange and mysterious sea creature as nothing more than a pink worm thing. Nobody knows what to do when the bloated monster squirms off the rocks all by itself and begins crawling across the floor in hypnotic caterpillar-like motions. Look at its mouth here at 3 minutes and 43 seconds. What does it even eat? Whatever this is, I would say that it's about the size of a grown man's foot, judging from this angle taken at 3 minutes and 5 seconds, which isn't exactly humongous, but when something looks like this, I don't care how big or small it is, that's absolutely terrifying. So let's recap. A creepy pink larva that can live on sea and land, and apparently just crawls away on its own. Yeah, I'm not sleeping. Let me know what this creature is so I can stop thinking about it. Number 7. A man in Coimbatore, India is captured skulking around numerous neighborhoods, and in each video his eyes are pure white. Here he is looking in through someone's window when he suddenly senses the camera and turns around to reveal the same blank white eyes as before. Eyes with no traces of emotion or any color in the middle. Some people take the white eyes as evidence of an evil spirit acting within him, but I think more realistically it's probably just a camera with night vision. Either way, hopping over a fence to look at strangers hanging out in their own home is beyond creepy and makes me want to look over my shoulder right now to check my window. Hopefully he is caught soon before he takes it to the next level and climbs inside. Number 6. A YouTube channel called Crazy Russians lives up to its name by scaling an antenna on top of a building in a quest to take the ultimate selfie. One of them seems more concerned with his looks than his life, fixing his hair and his shirt as the strong winds nearly messes up his moment on camera. One strong gust could send them all tumbling below. This platform is barely wide enough to put 2 feet on, but that doesn't stop them from taking turns stepping on it to look over the city with absolutely nothing to keep them from falling. I doubt this little bell-shaped structure would have been much to hold on to if they were to slip, especially here at 2 minutes and 37 seconds with his back completely turned to it. Thankfully, none of them do. Number 5. Lethal Gamers is a YouTube channel full of cool gaming videos, but one in particular is unlike all of the others, and not in a good way.
Look at this. There's a baby face clear as day in the window.
I don't know if it's the face of a baby or not, but I can see the eyes, nose, mouth, chin, neck, hair, and ear. It looks to be wailing in anguish. Lethal Gamers says that his floor is up way too high for someone to press their face against the glass. Beyond the reflection of his room is nothing but night sky.
Look, this is my kitchen window. Well, the crazy part is when I first looked at this, when I first saw the face, it looked like it was looking straight out, and now it looks like it's turned.
And get this, he also says that this face was looking the other way minutes ago, and 20 minutes after this video was taken, it was supposedly gone, but without the video proof, we'll never be able to explain if this was real or fake. Number 4. This clown puppet seems to be sitting up all on its own, though I guess somebody could be propping it up from behind. If it really is somebody off camera though, then please explain to me how this bright orange orb latches onto the clown's head 3 seconds into the video. The orb is just hovering in the pitch black darkness for a full 3 seconds, and then it attaches to the doll's hair as soon as it starts to move. That's too much of a coincidence for me. So do you think we're witnessing a spirit possess an inanimate object, special effects, or what? Number 3. A YouTuber named Carlos Leon is filming his hang gliding experience when he accidentally makes a mistake that could snap the glider in half. Now he is heading for a landing, but when he reaches ground, Carlos realizes he has pushed the glider too far backwards, and now the weight of it is too much for him to handle. The glider teeters backwards as Carlos desperately tries to hold on, but it pulls him backwards instead. Luckily, help is nearby, otherwise Carlos would have been trapped there, unable to move due to the weight of the hang glider. Number 2. A 47-year-old man falls 200 feet at Yosemite National Park, and now rescue workers are scrambling to save him. The only way to get him out of the wilderness is by helicopter. Here you can see one of them bravely volunteering to be lowered hundreds of feet below. I'm sure they are using the best equipment possible, but I can't help fearing for his life as he slowly descends.
There you see it. Now the CHP sent out a chopper with a 3-person crew to look for him. They found the man at the 6,500-foot elevation spot.
They come back with the man tightly secured by 3 straps across his arms, chest, and legs. The trained professionals seem to have complete control over the situation, and none of the equipment comes loose as they bring him on board to safety. I'm not sure what became of this person, so if anyone has more information, please provide us with an update so we know if he pulled through. It just goes to show you at any point in time, while hiking, there's always a slight chance of something going wrong. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and if you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I recently released the number 15 mixtape, but I don't think you should follow these instructions to check it out. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. Also, don't forget I upload a new video here on YouTube every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. An extravagant wedding in Brazil has plans for the bride to arrive by helicopter. She and her brother are waiting to surprise the groom and everyone else who are patiently waiting not too far away. The skies are gray and there's no visibility. I'm guessing the pilot was probably navigating by special flight instruments when one of them falls, as indicated by the buzzing noise that begins at 1 minute and 46 seconds and continues for 10 seconds all the way down. The camera is ejected from the helicopter and rolls into a field. The red seen on the grass is actually the flashing emergency lights of the helicopter. Truly a horrifying event.